Trust is a hard thing to come by these days. You build me up to let me down. Hey, yo, G. Got me spinning around.
Welcome back to another episode of LinkedIn Brooklyn, you know what I'm saying? As you can see, we in a different setting, real vibe, you know what I'm saying? Of course, you know, I'm Nifty, aka Rob, aka Tito, aka if you know, you already know, you know what I'm saying? This is my brother.
J-Ram.
It's E.
This is Lance.
And this is our special guest today, all right? So we're at the infamous Lips Cafe in Brooklyn,
Yes, sir.
PLG area, you know what I'm saying? This is
Nah,
the owner.
hold on.
Okay.
It's not PLG, it's East Flatbush.
Say that. Oh, yo. I like that. I'm sitting here. I'm telling you, son. So when I first started, like, got wind of the place, right? My wife, she told me about it. So I'm like, all right, cool. I'm definitely with trying to go check out the place. So we came in and checked out the place. It was a dope vibe off rip. I met Jamaine, you know what I mean? Real humble guy, down to earth, you know what I'm saying? Good energy when I first came in here. So when I came in, I was just talking and we was vibing out, and then as I'm walking back to the house, right? We get over here and we talking about the area. I'm like, so what area is this? She's like, oh yeah, it's PLG. I'm like, when did this become PLG?
Absolutely not.
Thank you for
Yeah,
clarifying
absolutely
that.
not. This is East Flatbush. This is not even Flatbush, this is East Flatbush.
So it's safe to say, you know what I'm saying, you from the area,
I'm
right?
from the area. I'm from like a few blocks from here. 35th,
Okay,
35th and
that's
Snyder.
dope, that's dope.
Like 35th Church. I used to get my haircuts and everything on this block from high school. Like,
That's fire.
from
That's
my
fire.
friends. So I always, like, everybody, like all the barbers that still know me, like everybody know me from this.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean-
being here, like, you know, so.
Realistically, me personally, from just hearing that, I'm just thinking about all the other like podcasts and things that I listen to, and it's pretty much geared towards giving back to the community and your community in itself. You feel what I'm saying? And that's so fire for him to be here, actually living the story that we all hear and speak about. You know what I'm
like,
saying?
you know, cause you know, when I was growing up around here, there was really nothing to do. Like, there was really nothing to do but get in trouble because there was no like outlets. You know, everything we got, it was like a fast food spot or a barber shop. There was no. I don't even know if there's a library. There's no library around here. We don't have a library to go sit down at. So it was really no place to sit down and get stuff done, be creative, do work, do schoolwork. Whatever, meet, network. It was none of those like dope vibes, and I remember like when I was first like saw this space randomly. It was a random night that I saw this space. I wasn't even looking for it. I just saw it and like an algorithm went in my head, and I was like, yo, this would be a perfect spot because you know in other areas that was like East Flatbush, like Crown Heights, Bed-Stuy, Bushwick, you know all those Fort Greene, you know they were gentrifying in a way, and then stuff like that was coming in, you know, and I felt like East Flatbush. We didn't have anything. Like it was, you know, everything was, you know, all this gentrification was coming in, and you know, it was like, you know, we need to have black businesses here to benefit from this, so that we could be a resource to our people.
Right.
You know, so when it happened, I was like, yo, there's no cafe open up around here. Nothing is around here, and like, it would be a perfect spot to do it. So then I was like, you know, I put everything together trying to, you know, make it happen. And then, you know, now it's like 1 million of them around here. But like, when it was like me putting it together, it was just the only one. It was really just because I realized that there really was no outlets. Like, you know, there was no place to, you know, come and get inspired. Like, you know, it was really just go outside and chill with your friends. You know, like that's all I grew up on. Like, so it was important to try to make this a space where like things like this could happen. You know, and not make it like this, like, you know, transactional thing, and like, you know, it's, you know, I always say there's no transaction in here. Like, really, if people come in here and sit down and don't get anything, and I don't say anything to them because, you know, you never know what they're going through at home. You know what I mean? You never know what they got in their pocket. And sometimes they just need a space. Maybe that day might, you know, that energy might just like propel them to another level, or, you know, keep them out of trouble. So it's never a transaction here, and it's always been important to me to like, for us, you know, to grant opportunities for people to be creative because we don't have enough of it. You know, we really don't have enough of it, and we the most creative people.
That's a
You know
fact.
what I mean? So it's like it's just a matter of us getting it out there. You know, and why not? It don't cost me anything. You know what I mean? It don't cost me anything. So you know,
That's a great
why not?
mindset to have too.
All right, so look, right, quick short story, right? He talked about energies and stuff like that. First time I came in, I seen people playing chess, and I'm like, nah. I'm like, I definitely gotta come
already
in
know who you
and
talking about.
either get a chess game, whether I'm competing or I'm getting spanked. I'm like, I just want to be in here, you know what I'm saying, feeling the vibe, like, cause now you talking over chess, you know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure a lot of like businesses and things in that nature have been talked about over a game, such a strategizing game such as chess, you know what I'm saying? Things like that. But, right, a quick question, right? So I've read a little bit of your, like a bio that you put out or whatever. I seen that you started out in November 2019, right? And it's you and your mom. So you and your mom are both co-owners. And just, can you speak a little bit more about like how that experience is?
Yeah, it's interesting. Me and my mom, we always been like best friends. We've been through so much together, like in my life, crazy times. Like and we got the same birthday.
That's
We always been tight. We always been tight. Like we always been tight. But and when the reason why I went to her with this for two reasons. I didn't want it to be like a business thing, like, you know what I mean? It's business, but I didn't want to have a business relationship where now you gotta look at the numbers and this all the time. Like, and also this is her logo. That's not my logo. Like, she had a clothing brand before this. You know what I mean? And I was like, and I always was like, yo, this would be the perfect logo. I could make a whole theme out of this logo because I was really into like cafes and art galleries, and I always was like conceptualizing like a story, a theme, like, not just like a regular bland place that just opened up. And I wanted it to be like a theme with the lip service and like red and all sorts of stuff. And the reason why I like all these colors in here is because there's 7 lip colors. So like green, purple, and truth be told, one day, knock on wood, like I want to open up every color lip, like a purple lip cafe, a green lip cafe. But with her, and she's always been so creative. Like, I get my creativity from her. She was in real estate, she was doing fashion. She was doing a lot of stuff, like just creative stuff. Like, she always felt like she could do anything. Like, she made us, me and my little sister, feel like we could do anything. Because how she was. So, but being here though, we want to beat each other up. Like, back here, the relationship is totally different. Like, you know what I mean? Because it's like, she looking at it like I'm her son, you know what I mean? And then sometimes I'm back there and I'm not looking at it as I'm your son. I'm looking at it like we trying to get these things right, and I'm not gonna like always talk to you like how I talk to you when we're not here. Like, you know what I mean? I never cursing or never nothing like that, but sometimes I'm like, come on, like, you know what I mean? Like, and then she's, for her it's like, wait, this is my son. I used to beat his ass, like, now he's talking to me, a little, aggressive, But so it's been a little weird. It's been fun, but we always make up at the end of the day, no matter what. Like, we always make up at the end of the day. It's just in the moment. But when you're in business and you invest so much of yourself into something on both sides, you're gonna be emotional. You're gonna have reactions because we're so invested, and we look at things differently, but it's been fun. But we be like this back here sometimes. We be like whatever. But we always make up, so it's interesting.
One last question, right, for me, right? Also in the piece, I seen that it said you were trying to evoking Paris, right?
Yeah.
Can you tell me a little bit more about that? Like, what exactly?
You lived in Black on Brooklyn.
Come on, I'm here. How you feeling?
You lived in Black on Brooklyn. I know that's the only time in Paris you mentioned. Well, I was talking to them and I really wasn't trying to evoke. They put it how they put it.
Okay, so that's not your
Yeah, that wasn't what I said.
Yeah, real curious.
That's why I said, I'm like, Paris. I was like, come on.
I mean, honestly, this is East Flatbush.
Right.
That's exactly
got all the culture you
I
need.
This is East Flatbush. What I said was like people always. It looks like Paris. It looks like Soho. It looks like whatever. And I was
Definitely
like, nah,
Soho
like,
vibes.
yeah.
Right.
And I love
Soho.
Soho. That's my favorite
Facts.
spot. But I was like, nah, like it looks like East Flatbush. Like, it was created in East Flatbush by people from East Flatbush. For people in East Flatbush, and it's East Flatbush, not PLG.
Right.
Once again, this is.
Fact.
I don't ever
Not
want to hear this
PLG.
PLG again. Like, I hate it.
That was the first time I
hate
heard
it.
that
Like, you know
term
what I'm
today.
saying?
I heard that.
No, there is PLG, but PLG is like further up North Street, and it's like in between Empire and like Lefferts or something. Like it's a little
okay.
and it goes to like Flatbush. It goes to Flatbush and it's from Nostrand to Flatbush. It's like a little section, but I don't know how they made the whole Flatbush PLG. Like the whole Flatbush is not PLG. No matter where you at in Flatbush, it's PLG. And I'm like, it stands for Prospect Lefferts Garden.
Right.
Prospect Lefferts Garden is not like Linden and Nostrand. Like it's up there by the park. But it's cool. I know why they do that. Because it's good advertising for the people they're trying to bring in. So they want as much. They don't want it to say, "Oh, this is East Flatbush," because you Google East Flatbush, you're gonna be like, "East Flatbush." You know what I mean?
I ain't going there.
It's East Flatbush. You Google Flatbush, you gonna see the crime rates, what it was, and they're not gonna want to come in. So when you say PLG, it's like, "Oh, PLG."
Right.
You know what I mean? So that's why they do that. But so they were just telling me. I was like, "Yo, like people tell me remind them of Paris." Like I had people come in here who were from Paris, and they're like, "This remind me of Paris," because they was Airbnb around here. Right. So I was just like, I said like, they reminded people. I wasn't trying to say that we were trying to get Paris vibes. I was just like, it reminds people of that.
Paris is big on the cafe.
Yeah, big in the cafe. Like when you go to Paris, like it's like the cafe society. Like it's like everything there is just catered around coffee and all this other stuff. Like, but and they do it so well, like mad eclectic and shit. But I don't even know if I can curse on this.
Not you, This is what we want to show the people. That you down to earth, that you about your business. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely. So it was cool, but this ain't Paris. East Flatbush. I'm East Flatbush forever.
Thanks.
That's what I care about. In Brooklyn. In Brooklyn.
All right, so we're gonna wrap this segment up, and we're gonna come back to you after the quick commercial break.
All right, guys, we back from commercial break. We have some more questions for Jamaine before we go. We wanted to know, since this last year has been real tough for the whole country, actually for the whole world, to be honest, with the COVID-19 going. We want to know, how was it being in business during that time?
Man, it was tough. It's still tough. We're getting out of it now, but it was tough because when it happened, when everything happened and went down, we were like 3-4 months in, so we were still trying to get our bearings on this and trying to figure out what we were trying to do. Just regular business stuff. We're trying to figure out the product we putting out and what works and what doesn't work. And because at first, like it was like a ghost town in here, like you know what I mean. And we were trying to figure out like what can we do, like what. To change things up. And then like in February, we started seeing like a good, momentum. And then we had these events and they were dope. We had a game night, we had like all these events, art night, we had open mic, like all these events happened like right before we were gonna start doing them monthly. And we were like, yo, this is like, we're finally getting to a good spot. Like then we did, some numbers back then and I was like, wow, like, this is the turnaround from what I was seeing from these first 2 months. So finally I could see the potential. And then, like, right when I felt I was about to go on vacation for the first time. I still ain't been on vacation, like, since this place opened. But I was about to go to Puerto Rico. I remember it was Afro Fest. I still remember it, like, and we was so hyped, me and my homies. And then, boom, this happened. And then, we was in limbo. Like, we had to close. I remember like when he first closed up everything, because we was essential business, so we still came in. And then it was like ghost town, like, and it was like, damn, like, we just got this going a little bit, and let's try to make it happen. And we finally like seeing things pay off, and I was just like, what are the odds? Like, they're not. And then then you're dealing with all the personal things. You care about your family, your friends, the world. People like you hear people dropping left and right that you know what I mean? And it was just to deal with that and then to try to deal with like how to go about business. So we went home though all of April. I tried to stick it out for March, it made no sense. And then I didn't want my mom hit, so she went home and I was just coming here by myself. And then, we closed in April, and April, I ain't gonna lie, that was a good month. Like, I was just chilling. Me personally, I needed it. Like, for 4 months, I was here all day, like, and then I got to catch up for shows. I was like, I ain't gonna lie, for me, like, even aside from, like, all the, like, the tragedy that was going on and stuff, but for me, that time was very good for me because I also, like, got time to think. So I strategized on what it would be like when we get back. Like I added so much stuff when we got back just off that 1 month of thinking. I learned to be a better barista off that 1 month. I used to watch YouTube videos. And just all this stuff, I used to like look at what they have, what different coffee shops had that we didn't have, or what, food spots. And I was just trying to, So I tried to put together during that month a whole new blueprint of what Lips was. Then we came back in May, and that was the worst month we ever had. You know, and I was like, damn, like, this is the worst month. This is worse than the first month we opened, you know what I mean? I was just like, I don't know what we're gonna do, but to be honest, like what I think changed things in here, and changed things for a lot of black businesses during that time was George Floyd. I think he was like a martyr. You know, I think he was really like a martyr for black businesses and black creativity because it literally created a roadmap for black businesses. It really created like a visual map. Like, you know, everybody was reposting, you know, we got into like, these are the black owned businesses in my area and these are the black owned businesses in my area. And it literally created a roadmap to black businesses. It was like, you know, his death really sprung on like such like love and unity within each other, like that we didn't have like that before that. So after that happened and we started getting mentioned in all these different blogs and all these different things, then we started getting the traffic again, and I was like, okay. And ever since then, you know, we've just been going in the right direction because we was also, one thing about me, like I'm very flexible. Like if enough people keep coming in here and asking me for rice, I'd be like, yo, we should try to get some rice. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if enough people come in here, people try to make it so like complicated, but like it's like if enough people come in here and be like, yo, y'all ain't got no smoothies though. Right. You know, I'd be like, yo, let's get one smoothie at least. Like, you know what I mean? If people come ask for salads and we don't have, that's how we got into our roster or pasta. Like, we don't have it. I'm just like, you know, let me just
Very
listen
adaptable.
to people. You know what I mean? Like,
Adapting
and
to it.
let me listen to people. Like, this is, you gotta be able to listen. You know, you gotta be able to adjust and be flexible. So I'm just, a lot of what happened here is just us listening and putting our interpretation on what we've heard from people. You know what I mean? And but that was tough times, and you know, it was really uncertain times, and so many businesses that we all knew so well closed, and we were just opening. So it's like for us to be here is like, I can only thank, you know, the Most High, like, you know what I mean? Because a lot of businesses that were so successful like aren't here anymore, like, you know. So it was a blessing, but that was crazy times. I'm not gonna lie to you. Craziest time. Then you gotta deal with COVID police. You know, you gotta deal with like all sorts of stuff. Like, you know what I mean? They come in and they wanna fine you, you know, and it's just, you have to deal with that. And
That's insane.
It was just a lot, man. It was really a lot. It was really a lot. It still is. It still is a lot. But, you know.
So my question was, being that you are partnered up with your moms, and we don't really know, as far as like, you know, you got your friends or whoever you have working for you. It's just a question as, how is it working with like business partners and coming to decisions with people having differences in opinions?
Well, and
I know because you got family involved too. It's not just like.
Yeah, but when I say this, like, I mean this in like the most humble of ways. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you know, like, I mean, in here, like, you know, I make decisions, like, you know what I mean? It's like, you know, it's just, you know, I don't make all this, you know, I have people, like, I have somebody who does my inventory, does a lot of back end stuff, and, you know, I listen to her, and we go, I call her my lip mom. I have, you know, people in charge of the art, but then, you know, I decide, like, you know, this is the artist I like. They get the artist, you know, and I have to, you know, prove that. So it's just a matter of compromise. You gotta compromise. I mean, nobody knows it all. Anybody thinks they know it all knows nothing. You know what I mean? So it's like, you can't work with people if you can't understand that somebody's better at you at something and like try to like get the best of them out, you know, and the best of yourself out and work together to create something better. Then you lost already because you don't know it all and you can't know it all and you can't manage every single thing that goes into anything you're trying to do. You know, so if you don't understand how to compromise and work with people and get the best out of them, that's what I try to do. I try to get the best out of people. Like, I might, you know, like if somebody's gonna DJ for me, I might understand how I might be like, man, you better not fuck up that set. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like, you know, just talking, just motivating in one way, however I feel like somebody is, I try to motivate them just knowing who they are and what I think will make them, you know, work better. Like, you know what I mean? If I see that, I think that, yo, man, you have an innate ability to do something, but you don't know that, I might just be like, yo, go make a shirt for me. Let me see how it comes out. You know what I mean? Go do this for me. You know, just let me see how it comes out because I think you could do this and I think you'd be great at this. So it's really, you know, when you have different opinions, you know, you have to come up with a solution. That's really what it is. Like, you know, whatever it takes to come up with a solution, you do, and you have to compromise and you gotta, you know, work and just try to make sure that every decision is calculated and is meant to keep the momentum. You know what I mean? So, I mean, I don't really have a lot of quarrels in here because it's like, you know, like a lot of stuff on that shelf over there is not our brand, but I just believe in the product. Like somebody has, I Got Your Black. I've been working with them. It's a clothing brand in Philly. He came to me from Philly, drove up, like, and I seen the shirts, and I was like, this is a great concept. And I think it just matches the aesthetic of the shop. Like I Got Your Black, it's a very it's like a black hub in a sense. So people are gonna value it, and it was dope merch. So like, you know, candles and different things. It's like, you know, I don't make candles, you know, but I could provide opportunity for you to show off your candle, you know, and that's what it's about to me. So it's just a matter of making decisions on what I feel like, or what we feel like, because my mom's involved too, but she's more like, my mom really focuses on the food, like, that's what she cares about, like, nothing else, like, really is, like, on her template, like, she's like, food, I want the food to be right, like, and that's it. So, it's just about compromise, man, all this is about compromise. Just like, y'all, I'm sure y'all have to compromise on what you guys are gonna do, and then y'all have disagreements, and then he makes a joke, you know what I mean, and then y'all get back to it, but, you know, it's just compromise, everything's compromise.
Because I was gonna ask, like, as far as that, just what advice you have for any entrepreneurs coming up in Brooklyn as well, being that you have your shop already established, and you know, just anybody coming up.
I would just say, you know, before anything can ever happen, you gotta believe, because everybody gonna tell you why some shit happened. You know what I mean? Like everybody should tell you. Everybody, you know, has low expectations for what they feel like someone else could do. Sometimes, you know, even your best friends, and they might not even know they doing it. You know what I mean? They just might just be like, so like,
putting their own fear.
like, you know what I mean? Like, but it's your vision, it's your thoughts, and nobody can see it how you see it. And there's beauty in trying and failing than wondering what if.
That's a fact.
You know, there's beauty in that shit.
They say if you don't shoot,
like you never gonna make it. Literally, you can't make the
100%.
shot and then you don't take.
I'm about to say, you know what I mean? That's 100% of your shots you don't take.
You can't. So it's like, you know, my best friend, like, some of my best friends, you know, talking to them, it was like, they thought that this was just impossible, you know, and then some people that I didn't even, you know like that, I kind of got acquainted with, was like, yo, nah, you could do it. And like, those are the type of people that I keep around me, like, you know, you gotta keep, you know, hustlers around, you gotta get people that believe, because you gotta see the end result way before it gets there, because there's so much shit that happens between point A, B, and C, that if you don't have the mental fortitude, and if you don't really see what you're trying to do, you're gonna fold. Because once the roadblock comes or something comes along, you're just gonna fold. You're just gonna be like, I'm not doing this anymore. Let me go back to my 9 to 5. Or let me go back to this other thing that was easier. To get the stuff like this, stuff that was real shit that you're trying to do, is hard. People see things on social media and they be like, wow, like, you know, he, you know, look at what he was in this, he was in that, but they don't see my man at 2 a.m. mopping. And I gotta be here 7 a.m. You know what I mean? Like, and I'm getting 4 hours of sleep at night. And I don't eat like that, you know what I mean? And I'm just dealing with all these different things. And I'm on the barista machine because maybe he called out and like, I gotta be there from 8 to 8. You know what I mean? Like, people don't see those days. Like, I mean, when the pandemic hit, going back to the pandemic, I was here every day from open to close. Every single day for like 3-4 months. Every day. You know what I mean? Like, nobody else. You know what I mean? Just really me. So if you don't have, like, if you don't really have that in you, and you don't believe in what you're trying to do, aside from anything else, you know what I mean? And also try to surround yourself with people who've done what you're trying to do, because they have the answers that you don't have yet. You know what I mean? And then once you get to a point, you be that person. You know, you help people out, because you're never gonna just by yourself. You should always try to find people that's done what you're trying to do, because they will have the answers that you don't have yet, because they've done it. You know, and you also gotta make your own decisions, but you gotta listen. You know, because people, you have to have that around you. Like, if I would never be here if it wasn't for Brooklyn Perk. I said that in the thing. Brooklyn Perk and Delby Biscuits and Beer. Those two people helped me out immensely, because I didn't know shit. This was the idea. I didn't even know what an espresso machine was. Like, you know what I mean? Like, real talk. I didn't even know it was different than a drip machine. I didn't know that, you know, nothing about the handling of back here. I just knew about going and getting a coffee and sitting down. You know, so the mechanism and things I didn't know. So you have to have people around you that are knowledgeable of what you're trying to do, and you got to believe in yourself. That would be the biggest thing I could say.
So going back to the start, what would you say was the breaking point? Like, so you were coming from working a 9 to 5 to now trying to venture off into being an entrepreneur. So what was that point where you was like, you know what, I'm going to do away with this, and I'm really going to put 100% into this. And
I've always never been like a 9 to 5 guy. You know, I was doing it because I had to do it, but I was always doing other things on the side, and I always knew that I wanted to, you know, we got one life to live, you know, and I'm trying to do everything I want to do in it, because it could be going tomorrow. I lost 2 friends in the last 2 weeks. Weekes, you know what I'm saying? So it could be going, it could be going like that. And these people I knew since I was 6, so it make you think about your own mortality. Like, you know what I mean? Like, damn, like they going, I knew them since I was, you know what I mean? But so I always knew I wanted to do something. I just didn't know what for a while. And I think for a long time that was driving me crazy. Because I didn't know what I wanted to do. I just know I wanted to do something that wasn't this mundane, normal, societal bracket that they put us in. Like, they want us to go to college. You know what I mean? They want us to go to college so we could rack up debt. And then they want us to get a job for one of their corporations so we could pay taxes and have to pay back the debt. That fits the system. Like, you know what I mean? That fits the system. And then you spend your whole life doing this. And there's nothing wrong with that, because I believe if you want to do something, this is what you want. If somebody want to be a garbage man, they want to be a garbage man. Like, and that makes them happy. That makes them happy. But working 9 to 5 didn't make me happy. So it was really an easy decision because I've always wanted to do something like that was just outside, you know, the box and was fit my passion. So like a couple years ago, I got into cafes and I got into art galleries. And to me, this is like, I used to go to coffee shops like every day to work out of different ones. I used to Google and research, go to Harlem, Bronx, everywhere in the city, Brooklyn. I never really went to Queens like that, and I don't really like Queens. You know what I'm saying? Like, I never went to Queens like that.
I feel that way too.
But, yeah, you know,
different out there.
Different out there. Like,
man,
like, Queens is a funny place. You know what I mean? Shout out to Queens though. You know, Queens is a funny place.
Queens,
You know what I
no
mean?
problem.
You know what I mean?
We just prefer
shout
the
out
other
to Queens,
boroughs.
exactly. You know, shout out to Queens, and they would say the same. You know what I mean?
Nah, that's a
But,
fact.
You know,
True.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, for
But,
sure.
Yeah, and I would go to different galleries like all the time. My homies would be like, "Why are you doing this? Why you doing?" And I truth be told, I didn't know why. I felt at peace. And you know, eventually, like one day, I was just like, "Yo, like, I want to like put together my version of what a gallery and a coffee shop can be." And that's this place, you know. And that, like this, I really believe in laws of attraction because I used to just tell everybody I was gonna do this. Like this was not a plan. Like I really was not planning to do this. This is the first spot I ever looked at. Wow. I wasn't even looking. I just saw it. You know what I mean? Like I literally just saw it and it was like, this is perfect. So I believe in laws of attraction, and I believe in, you know, trying to just get out your passion, whatever it is. So it wasn't a hard decision. And truth be told, I worked 10 months at my 9 to 5 while this was over. And still was here all the time because it was a remote job. So I was getting driven crazy because I had to do all that literally 9 to 5, and I had to deal with this. But it was 8 months. It was November to August. And then they eventually fired me because of productivity. But you know, that was the happiest day of my life.
Right.
I felt free when they fired me. You know, but you know, you just gotta know what you want to do. I truly believe that we spend enough time doing what we don't want to do, and we gotta start trying to, like, even if it's 1 hour out of the day, 10 minutes out of the day, just try to do something you're passionate about. You know what I mean?
I feel that.
I was gonna say that's actually good. That's good advice, bro.
Yeah, nah, facts.
Cause that 1 hour.
I'm gonna take that. I'm gonna take that and apply it to my life.
Exactly. You know what I mean? It's 10 minutes.
You dropping gems,
Yeah.
y'all.
Yo,
My man preaching.
Like 10 minutes, man. I'm telling you, like just 10 minutes.
For sure.
Like, and I hope. And COVID should have been a creative ass time for people, man.
Yo,
Sure.
'Cause you had time to really sit, like, you know what I mean? You know, I know so many people did so much dope shit during COVID because they had time to sit and they wasn't going to work. Right? You guys think about how much time you spend. You spend like half your day going to work and back. You think about it, you got an hour traveling time, you got an hour to get home, you got 8 hours at work. You know, it's like when people can actually sit down, they can manifest beautiful things. So
Yeah, that's fact.
you know, I hope people use this time like to really like just, you know, do some shit, do something. You know what I mean? That was different than what you was doing. Not just sitting around waiting for things to open back up. You know.
So shouts out to you, bro. Definitely, your shop is beautiful.
Yeah, it's a great shop.
And also too, again, I just want to like shout you out for actually like putting your dream to work. Basically, a lot of people don't. Like I just spoke. I like to pick up on gems too. Like somebody just hit me the other day saying the graveyard technically is like the richest place. A lot of people don't believe it, but it's because so many people die with their dreams because they wasn't able to, you know, they can't do what they had to do. So I guess
I'm gonna
sort of.
take that with me.
So definitely just want to, like, you know, again, I guess let the people know how can they keep up with upcoming events, or you know how to pick up on merch or anything. You know, shout out your business.
Well, you know, everything is available in the shop. I'm working on a website and I don't have it, but it's working on it where you can, you know, digitally get merch and stuff like that. And events, you know, just go to Lips Cafe IG page and I post everything that's coming up. And like I really like, you know, the social media aspect of things, 'cause I feel like that's the greatest advertisement. It's also free. You know what I mean? Like, you know, so you can't get any better than that. But so definitely social media, Lips Cafe, or just stop in. Like everybody that walks through these doors, like I'm truly appreciative of, and I treat everybody like that because you didn't have to come in here. And I always look at it that way. Like I always look at like you did not have to come in, you made a choice to come in here, so I want to value your choice and I want to treat you like that. You
Since
know,
day one, I ain't gonna lie, you been the same dude. You know what I'm saying? Humble dude,
Yeah, so
yo,
it's
real
chilling.
good
Gotta
brother.
be.
because it's like, this is nothing without other people.
Sure.
You know what I mean? Like you have to value that. You can never act like anything because you're supposed to know your worth and know who you are and you'll be confident in yourself. But you should never change up because you was the same person before you got here.
Right.
I'm never gonna change. Like I am who I am. Like I'm happy with who I am. So I don't need to act like anything else because I'm cool who I am. You know. So that's all.
All right. So this may be a little off the topic, you know what I'm saying? But I want to get your opinion, right?
Whoa. All right. Before we get into that, we're gonna come back. We're gonna go to a commercial break. We're gonna come back and talk about this topic because I think it's gonna take a quite a bit of time. You know.
All right.
So we're gonna cut to.
Commercial break, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I wanted to ask you a question, get your opinion on it. You know what I'm saying? What is your opinion on New York hood movies versus Cali hood movies, right? Who do you think
got
has
the
the
better
upper
movie?
edge on that? Because we got a lot of good movies from the
Got the
East Coast,
upper
right? Y'all can
edge.
start naming them, you know what I'm saying? I think I'm thinking of New Jack City, you know what I'm
Paid
saying?
in
You got
Full.
Paid in Full,
You got Belly.
you got All Above, you got, Above the Rim.
You got Juice.
You got, what you
Juice.
said? Belly, Juice.
Forgot about
You know what I'm
Juice.
saying? You got Juice. All right, that's just five. Name five from the West. We got
got
Friday,
Boys in the Hood.
Boys in the Hood,
Menace-
South Central,
Menace to Society.
Menace to Society, and let's get one more.
Would you give them Training Day? Is that a
Training
black
Day is
movie?
definitely up there.
that-
It's on the West Coast. It's on the West Coast.
Nah, but if you
that's
do
not-
that, but if you do that, then you gotta
We
give
could
us
do-
like you gotta give us shit like
Godfather.
American Gangster.
Yeah.
That's fire.
yeah,
That's
yeah,
fire. I didn't even think about that. I don't even know if they got that.
Training Day, that's a little stretch. Like,
Yeah. It's not.
No, that's what they had up there.
Oh, for real?
It was
What
on
I'm
the
saying,
poll.
like you gotta
Okay,
give us
okay.
a lot more. If that's the case, you go on the Training Day routes. We
It's
won.
a little newer.
We
than the
won it easy
Friday,
because
yeah.
New York is the base for most movies. Like,
Facts.
Nah, that's a
so
fact.
if you want to think about it, it's so many we got. It's so many. I mean, to
We
me,
got
like,
classics.
to me, LA got the ones that's like on Front Street, but we got like the class. We got the ones that we watching. Like,
Okay,
that-
okay.
that most people like in our cultures, while like Belly,
Yeah.
you know, like Paid in Full. Those is like classics. I mean, I think
never get
like
old.
the LA got like the ones that like synonymous in like the bigger, forum. But ours are just, and ours are so like, it's so New York.
Right.
Like they
It's
represented so
relatable,
much,
for
especially
sure.
in the '80s and the way it was. You gotta think about how many we really got. Like when you got the one with what's the one with the dude from Love Jones?
Oh, you
When
talking
he
about
was in
taking
the-
dead presidents?
Dead
Boom.
presidents.
Yeah,
We got
yeah,
dead
that's up there.
presidents.
That's up there.
Like
I
we
know
got
it.
when you really think about it, we got
Yeah.
a
We do
lot.
got a
Like
lot.
we got, like, and we could keep going on that. Like
All right, so hold on.
Even
so
Love
you
Jones.
going with New
I
York?
gotta go to New York.
Okay.
I
what
gotta
about
go to New
you?
York.
I'm going New York. Home team.
I'm definitely going to New York.
I got it.
They got the
it.
LA hats
Yeah,
on
yeah,
too.
yeah.
That's crazy.
I know.
Hold on.
I know.
You got LA hats on and I got an LA movie shirt on, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I'm
really
going
well.
with LA, I ain't gonna lie to you.
You going with LA?
I love New York, bro, but Friday is a classic. and
But
I'm
I don't
not-
like all the Fridays.
I love
only the first one is
bro.
the first one is the best one.
Fridays, like
No, bro.
1 and 2, alright.
It's not
Yo.
a Friday movie that I don't know a line from.
Well, you just like Fridays.
I love Friday.
Right.
I love Friday.
I go for Friday is a good series.
But then again, now, right, you get from Friday, right? Now you go to Boys in the Hood. Everybody know that part. Like, it don't matter if you haven't seen the movie.
Ricky,
Everybody
yeah,
know
yeah,
the
facts.
part when he was in the crib crying, started swinging that.
Oh, you talking about
Come on.
Cuba
I
Gooding
know.
Jr.
Come on.
Yeah, yeah,
Come on,
okay.
everybody know that.
Ended up being a good night for him.
Right.
So I would have cried too. I was gonna get me where he got. That's still my crush. That's still my crush.
He's on dropping his I ain't gonna lie, I used to love Jada.
Oh my goodness, yo.
Fire.
Jada and Nia.
LA
They
got
was
love in
two-
basketball too. Now
But
that
Oh,
I'm
they
thinking
do
about
got
it.
That's
love.
not a
That's
hood
not a
movie, though.
That's
Nah,
not a
I mean,
hood movie.
that's a black movie
You
though.
don't think about it. It's a
What
black
happened
movie.
in it?
I'm about to say.
Ain't no hood, but
Nah,
it's
the hood movies got hood violence.
No, a whole movie would be in the wood.
oh, the wood. They
I
got
go
mine.
front.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
wood
But
is
this is what
fire.
I'm saying.
When you keep going like that,
I'm telling you, LA might
And
have
I
it.
just seen another
LA got a lot.
classic the other day. It was called American Me, I believe.
Nice,
It's on the West Coast about the Mexican mafia. So that's
Was that the one with Shia LaBeouf in it?
nah.
Oh, he had the big ears?
Nah, he was like a legit hitman.
But I mean, if you
Nah,
gonna go
wasn't that
Mexican, then we won because then we gonna go Italian.
yeah,
And then we
Facts,
won
facts,
easy.
facts. We got
No way,
Godfather.
yeah.
We got Casino.
If you going on that,
I'm just
And you got
including it.
Italian and it's over.
Okay,
Like it's
okay.
completely over. We got all the
I
Godfathers.
think you persuaded me to go to New York.
Yeah, like if you doing all
you
that,
doing that,
nah.
yeah,
And then even like if you gonna go hood, and it's not just black hood. Then you got like the hood white movies and shit. Like when they like, and then that's definitely New York too. So I don't know if you gonna go all.
White
If
man
we talking
can't
about like
jump. Yeah,
like
a lot of
us,
New York.
LA might have it, but we talking all the way. Man, nothing beat them Italian movies. Some of my favorite movies. I'm gonna bring in my favorite show all the time, The Sopranos, because he went to New York all the time. Like you know what I mean. So it's hard if you
But
gonna
we
go
got-
all that way.
We got an imposter among us. My man just said white man can't jump
No,
in
he
New
said
York
all the
production.
movies.
What are you talking
I
about?
was just adding in
What
movies.
are
bro.
you talking
I
about?
was adding in movies.
You do realize that was shot on Venice Beach, right?
I was adding in movies to what you were saying.
To what? LA?
Yeah.
Nah, you was talking about New York, boy. We gonna
was
skip that.
talking about
Yo,
LA.
edit that out. You know what I'm saying? Cause your boy
I was talking about LA, bro.
What are you talking
He just said all movies, and you said you were switching.
Are you good, bro?
Nah, but
That's what I was
Nah, I'm
thinking
definitely on the.
Listen,
I don't know.
listen.
I'm on the LA side, but when you start
taking
bringing
New
in
York.
all
Yeah,
of the
like,
side,
outside
you
of the
gotta
hood,
get
all
some-
outside of the hood
you
movies.
gotta
For
get
me, I ain't gonna front. The best intro out of all of those joints,
Belly.
Belly.
I knew you was gonna say that.
I owe it. Son, I want to walk into a spot
Yo,
and
bro.
have my shit. Like,
Word
that's
up.
crazy.
That's when they was glowing.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yo,
That
she
joint
was,
is
yo, she
fire.
was wilding on that. Acapella. Come on, son.
Fire, yo.
Come on, son.
We got Bronx Tale too. I forgot if you gonna say.
We got Carlito's Way.
Damn, I forgot.
We got some movies. We got
Killer Season.
I like it.
We got a bunch.
I like it.
We got a bunch when you think about it. I
The
don't
girl
know,
from
like,
Bronx Tale was in Belly. I don't know if y'all noticed.
Yes, I know what you're talking about.
Nah, we won, man.
Yeah, we
Yo,
did.
New York one, man.
I don't know how y'all look at
I gotta give
Power,
it
but we got the Power was in New York.
Oh, yeah.
Facts,
Like, you know what I
Power.
mean?
Come on, bro.
Y'all niggas going to show
And what you
now.
call it? That other shit. What's the other one everybody was watching? That got whacked.
What?
Empire.
Empire. We had.
I
Empire,
never
all that
watched
I
shit.
know, but yo, I like that
Tripping,
Snowfall,
bro.
Hey,
though.
what
What about Snowfall?
Mother?
Fire.
Snowfall. I ain't gonna lie.
Snowfall
Snowfall
is-
out on the list.
I never
Snowfall
watched it.
better than
Nah,
Power.
Snowfall is crazy.
Snowfall better than Power.
I say, all right.
The
Here's
acting,
how I feel about
the
this.
acting is better in Snowfall for sure.
Here's what I say about it, bro.
I like the show.
The storyline is based on a true
based on a
story,
true
so they
story.
kind
That's
of
what I'm
had it
saying.
already. They just added their little,
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Snowfall is definitely a better storyline because it's more relatable.
I got
more
I never
relatable.
watched it.
You never
Oh,
watched
no,
Snowfall?
y'all
Bro,
Nah,
I
bro.
gotta watch it.
I'm
Y'all gotta
telling
watch
you.
it.
Yo,
I
you
never
just
watched it.
not be
give it-
disappointed.
Give it like 2-3 episodes. Like just
Alright,
watch
cool.
it. Just
Yeah,
watch
like,
the
I-
first
yeah,
two
yeah,
episodes.
yeah.
You gonna be hooked.
Like, by the
over
third
one of them
episode,
three.
you gonna want-
one
yeah,
of them
yeah,
three
yeah,
gonna hook
yeah,
you,
yeah.
reel you in,
Facts.
and then you gonna be like,
That's why
nah.
I read my new shit.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
Cause I've been hearing that so much. I just don't be having the time to watch
Facts.
shows. But
But it's
I'm about to
good
get into
now
that
too,
one.
that
I
because
got a little too
you
much.
kind of
in
late
time
on it,
to
so
watch.
now you
Exactly.
got binge.
Yeah, right now. Off
Exactly.
season right now. So
Right,
Exactly,
right. Oh
exactly.
man.
Oh, man.
I'm mad I finished it. Like, damn.
I ain't.
I was
you ain't seen
binging.
Snowfall?
Nah, I ain't
I
seen
went
Snowfall
back.
yet.
I know,
the other day.
I just started watching it
Yeah.
2 months ago.
Now I
so-
gotta watch Snowfall.
Yo,
I've been been on my Rolodex. I just ain't get to it
good then.
yet. Nah, but y'all just made me. I'm a believer, man. I'm watching Snowfall now. That's it. That's gonna be my new shit.
Saint, my man, Saint.
Yeah, he's official.
Nah, he's official. He's official.
Yeah.
Fisher.
Ooh, that's my new shit.
But I want to thank you for coming on the show.
Definitely,
you know?
man.
Definitely
Definitely.
appreciate
I love your insight. I love what you're doing with the place. I think I'm gonna take a lot of what you said and apply it to
Appreciate that,
myself.
bro.
You know, I had a crazy year,
Yeah.
so you know I want to go even further, and he just inspired me to do do what I need to do. You know, we definitely want to have you back on the show.
I mean, anytime. Y'all can do the show here whenever y'all want, man.
Don't
tell us twice.
Nah, for real though, Jamaine, I just want to thank you for taking the time out, you know what I'm saying, sitting with us.
Appreciate it.
We know you got a busy schedule from what we hear, you know what I'm saying, but like I said, like, humbly, we want to thank you for definitely taking the time out as a black business entrepreneur, you know what I'm saying?
Young guy too, man.
Right. Around our age, giving us something to look at and go off of. You know what I'm saying?
That, brother.
And listen, from right here on in, I'm going to speak for myself. I don't know about them, but I plan to pick your ear, bro.
Anytime.
From
You got my number.
From you sitting here spitting out the gems that you spitting and just talking and with what you're saying, the alignment of this podcast is the same way we're trying to go. And we're just trying to ask the right questions, you know what I'm saying? Be in the right room and get the information that we need. So I do appreciate it, bro.
Yo, I'm always a resource, man. I'm always a resource, but like, you know, we spend too much time, you know, fighting each other and going back and forth, like, and we stronger together, so any way I can help it. Like I said, we the whole culture, like everything is based off of us. Even if we didn't know, you don't know how many things in the past, like where there was a white face on it, but they probably had like somebody in the background. Like,
so
yo,
true,
this is how it was, but back then you wouldn't even get the credit for it.
That's what they was doing with the music.
You know, exactly. So, you know, like I just think we in a black renaissance right now, and like it's really our time, and we gotta like really take this grab and do something real with it.
Let's
you know,
keep
and do
it.
something real with it. You know, so. I'm here, man. I'm here for you guys.
East
and I love
Flatbush.
This East Flatbush is not PLG. East Flatbush is PLG. You know what I mean? So, you know, I mean, honestly, anytime, man. Like, I love your energy. I love, like, the family you raising, bro. I want this because I know him. Like, I love the family you raising and everything like that. So, I always look at that, you know, and honestly speaking, what y'all doing here, like, inspires me. Because I'm watching creativity at work. Anytime I go watch creativity, see creativity, I'm inspired. Oh, yes, sir. So, you know, I always wanted a podcast in here, and so it's dope to, like, see it. The last podcast I had in here, this is a true story, and I want to give y'all some symbolism. This is the last thing I'm going to say. The last podcast I had in here was my friend that passed away. One of my friends that passed away, he got shot, like, up the block. And he had a he begged me to do this podcast. He had a podcast with his friend. I actually seen his friend, like, at, like, a gallery opening in the city, man, random. But I'm going to always, like, hold these two things together, like, that one and this one. It was mad long ago, but the fact that like this is the next podcast that was here made me think of him. Right. You know, and he was trying to all he was trying to do was inspire the youth. Wow. He had basketball teams, young kids. He's trying to get them to the streets, go to Wingate, you know, have tournaments. So I'm gonna remember the synergy of like this podcast and that podcast makes me know that y'all got like good energy around y'all.
Oh, that, hey, listen, we're talking about, you just gave me some ideas with that, so we came from.
Exactly.
We're gonna talk about that. We're definitely gonna talk about that.
I'm with it.
I'm definitely into that, bro. And I said, I just want to uplift my community. Like, I'm not from around this area, but still, it's black people. And
it's Brooklyn.
It's Brooklyn. That's it.
Don't let Nifty, don't let him fool you though. He is the mayor of Brooklyn.
You know everybody.
I'm not surprised.
Crazy.
I'm not surprised many people. I'm in a barbershop. You know, Rob? Rob, like.
I'm crying.
He like any room we walk in, he like the life in the room, so I can see that.
Yo, bro, I be trying to just play my surroundings, you know what I'm saying? Like, I
one
just
football.
I gotta introduce you to my homeboy Q.
Let's do it.
Y'all, nah, he from Red Hook. Maybe you do.
I know a lot of people in Red Hook.
Because y'all seem like y'all build together. Like, I gotta introduce you to
How
Q.
you look?
He like
Slim?
Nah. He just. I can't even describe him, but.
We're gonna have this conversation over here.
I'm introduced to LL Cool Quay. That's what I call him. LL Cool Quay. I'm introduced to him, but it's gonna be dope. Matter of fact, I want him to be on your next podcast.
Hey, listen.
Or anytime y'all have a like opening for me, I'm gonna have him come.
All right,
I'm gonna have him come and we gonna all do it together because he's hilarious.
Straight.
Yo, but like I said, listen, we're gonna wrap this show up. That was a great show, bro. Like I said, I appreciate you for giving us time, your energy, and just dropping gems on us. You know what I'm saying? I'm Nifty, aka Rob, aka Tito, aka if you know, you already know because you already know that. You know what I'm saying? It's my brother.
J Rem, man.
My brother.
Eric, man.
My other brother.
I'm Lance.
And my last brother.
Jamaine.
Let's go.
Hey,
And that's LinkedIn Brooklyn, baby.
you know the vibes.
It's a wrap.
Bro, shut the Yo, I'm about to hype.
Yo, do it now. That one, bro. Do it for that one. That's it.
You good?